Okay, listen, the internet's a bit of the wild, wild west. There's all sorts of dangerous corners and scams. Sometimes maybe your favorite YouTube personalities are used to dupe people. We're going to give you some tips to make sure that you don't get scammed. So pay attention. Hey, you're watching Alamo Music TV with the real Chris McKee.
And I'm the one and only real Cooper Greenberg.
If you're new to our channel, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, like our videos. If you want to support the channel, make sure you visit our Spring Store link below for custom swag. Check out our podcast. And, of course, our website, which is alamomusic.com, and not something that's not alamomusic.com. So why are we making this video today, Cooper?
We're doing this because we have received, over the last 5 days, at least 150, I think, inbound calls, texts, emails, everything, wondering if we are doing a Gretsch giveaway.
You mean you weren't giving away a Gretsch White Falcon?
I was not giving away a Gretsch White Falcon. I am still not doing
Gretsch
that.
isn't overstocked with guitars and being penalized, and we have to just give these things away.
So I do think, one, if this is your first time seeing a video because you're looking up Alamo Music Gretsch giveaway, this is what my actual voice sounds like. If you weren't aware, there is a video on Facebook. A lot of people are hitting us up about it. Somebody took our video of the Gretsch White Falcon.
Yeah.
There was a demo video that you can find on this channel, and AI'd me.
See what happens when you do a video without me?
It's just everything falls apart. So my mouth got AI'd, deep faked, saying Gretsch is overstocked in White Falcons, and they're giving, instead of doing something, whatever, they were like, instead of shipping them back to the manufacturer, but then they said they were at the manufacturer, whatever. They said they were giving away to anybody that applies and pays $10 for shipping.
Yeah, and you know, there's a lot of this going around. This is not the first time that our likeness or our video has been used to scam people or attempt to scam people. So far, the tally is Cooper 2, Chris 1.
Yeah.
And, you know, I mean, I don't blame you. Use his videos.
Yeah.
Sex sells. I get it. But here's the thing. They are becoming more sophisticated because when it first started, they weren't trying to match our mouth to the voice. And people were kind of falling for it. There's more sophistication now that they're deep faking. By the way,
Mm-hmm.
how does it feel to be deep faked in the mouth?
Oh my Lord.
I mean, have your likeness totally taken over is kind of disturbing. But here's what's going to happen. It's going to get more, what's the word? More sophisticated.
It's going to get more and more believable.
They're going to match your voice. I mean, there's enough of our voice on the internet.
Yeah.
For them to take clips of our voice and literally have AI say it in our voice.
Yeah.
That's the next disturbing thing that's going to happen.
And we could have spoken out against deepfaking young female celebrities years ago, and we didn't. And mea culpa, because when they came for the young female celebrities, I did not stand up because I was not a young female celebrity. And now there's nobody to stand up for me. But it's just bad and it's evil all across the board. I'm offended by it, but I'm mostly upset.
I'm offended for you.
Thank you. It's just people that want guitars.
Yeah.
And it's not fun to be associated with it because it's our video, but it's also just a bummer because most of the people that have written in that know who we are have said, hey, heads up, this is fake that's going around, and we've seen it. But the people that aren't saying, hey, this is fake, are the people that don't know us.
Right.
And they are like, I'm just wondering when it's going to ship. And we don't have any White Falcons in stock to ship right now to sell.
Yeah.
Let alone give away.
There was one of those individuals messaged me and said, you know, they fell for this, they gave their money, and then when they got in touch with their credit card company, what they were being told was that the company behind this was like some e-publishing company, and that they were going to basically email him these ebooks. And that's how they kind of get around this, the legality of this. Now, clearly they're defrauding people, but they are at the same time fulfilling a service with junk. And so they try to justify things to credit card companies. And it's just, the goalpost is ever moving. When this first happened to us last September, I think it was, we were literally getting back on a flight from Taylor to come back home, and my wife sends me a text of it, and you're like, yeah, someone had just let me know, and I was like, all right, man, we've arrived.
We have.
I guess you've reached a certain level of notoriety when your face is being used to steal money from people.
Yeah, and I did see like plenty of people put their card information in there, and it was the $9.95 charge for shipping, followed by multiple charges for other things. It's just bad. So I think a few things to keep an eye out for. One, I apologize to crush anybody's dreams, but I have never, ever heard of a brand giving stuff away.
Never. No. I mean, there are raffles that exist out there, but I think whether it's a vehicle or it's a guitar or any of this stuff, when you hear the idea that someone is overstocked in things, let me tell you how manufacturers deal with this. They lower the price to sell it to dealers. That's how they do it. In the guitar world, if a company has too much of something, they'll just give dealers across the board a deal. Do you want to buy this at X amount? In other situations, books, right? If they can't sell enough of them to Barnes & Noble, guess how new books end up in half-price books? I mean, there are leverages to deal with this. And so if you are seeing someone that you follow or you're seeing some celebrity that's kind of, what's the old adage? If it seems too good to be true, it probably is. Then there's your guidance. And it seems too good to be true, it's probably not true. And particularly when it comes to the internet, you have to be on guard. Here's a great example of how sophisticated this is getting. A few weeks ago, my wife was on a road trip. And while she's on the road trip, she's going through Texas, and I know she's going through tolls. It happened to coincide with a mass text that was going out to people. Like everyone got these text messages about a toll violation. Click here. And I'm really careful. And so I never click on anything from a text message, Harley, unless I know the sender who sent it. Yeah. I copied the URL, posted it before going to it to see what it was, and figured out, hey, this is not TxDOT or Texas Toll or any of that stuff. It was a scam. But the only reason I almost fell for it was because of the timing of it.
Yeah. I will also say some other things that were done to make this video more believable. They replicated our Facebook page and reposted normal videos that we have posted. They used bots, I'm assuming, to give this page a bunch of followers, and then commented from different accounts in the comments with people posting photos of the Gretsch White Falcon that they got from us.
Wouldn't it be great if Facebook cared?
Facebook does not care about this at all. I've reported multiple times the post, the page. In the process, I found a third page that is currently running a different scam of us. I reported all of it, and I received messages back from Facebook that said they found nothing wrong with this practice or the pages or the videos. So they're not going to help. But when in doubt, the URL of our website is alamomusic.com, and we will post in the description what our actual handles are. We're trying to get the blue check mark, even though we've somewhat boycotted doing that for a long time. But now it seems sort of necessary. When in doubt, if you email us, message us on anything, or call us, you will reach a real person that will tell you if this is true or not. And it's, I think the fake page was like alamomusic.world or something like that, which what is that? There's no world, but there's no alamomusic.world. It's alamomusic.com. But rest assured, if you see something on a Facebook page that is not also something as big as a giveaway that's not on our website, on our Instagram, we would blast that to everybody. You would see it in multiple ways. So message us, ask us, check our website, our other social media, whatever. But when this has run its course and they've fallen apart, they're going to do this to another store. They might do it to us again.
They're probably already doing it. And, I think about manufacturers that have to deal with this kind of thing too. Yeah. Whether it's a scam like this or it's counterfeit goods. Yeah. I talked to someone who came in our store who was talking about how he was buying all of this particular string brand from Amazon. I was like, bro, that string brand doesn't allow sales on Amazon. What you're buying are counterfeit. Yeah. They seized how many of those Gibson guitars that were fake? It would have been like tens of millions of dollars if they'd been real. They're all counterfeit. If it's too good to be true, if someone's trying to sell you something at a really deep discount, then it's like your red flags should go up. We've told this story before. I had a guy kept bring a D28 in for a restring. Someone's restringing it. I look from across the store. What's that? It's a D28. No, it's not. Like I didn't even have to get within 10 feet of it. It didn't pass the test. So it's all about buyer beware. And I hate to say this with the internet, but it's true. It is the Wild West. You have to be on guard. And I'll also say this, and I don't know what the legality of this is, but I know that most of the time when there's a giveaway from a company, there's always this verbiage in there. No purchase necessary, void where prohibited. There's laws and regulations that kind of deal with this kind of stuff. So if you see a giveaway and they're asking for money, but it's not a raffle that's specifically tied to a charity or something, that should, cause red flags to go off.
Yeah.
If it is a charitable thing, you should look at the fine print of where it's going. We have to be cautious in this day because, I will say this. I wish scammers put half the amount of energy that they do scamming people in just creating something.
Yeah, just make a product. However, we don't make any products. We make videos, but we sell other people's things.
Sure.
As a store, we're not allowed to give stuff away. Or at least advertise it. We can't advertise it. And it wouldn't make no sense for us to give stuff away. But if we post, we're giving away a Gretsch White Falcon, and every other store that carries Gretsch isn't also given the opportunity to do that, we're going to get in a ton of trouble. If a manufacturer directly said, hey, we're Gretsch and we're giving away a White Falcon, we'd be upset. And we'd be like, well, where's our White Falcon to give away? There's a lot of dealer agreement stuff that we can't do. That's why you can't put it at a lower price than anybody else. We're all at the same level. And so the only thing that you can do is reach out to us and ask, or delete your Facebook. Don't ever go on there again. And go back 30 years and drive across town to your local music store. You have a better chance of going into your local shop and them being like, hey, we're doing a giveaway this weekend. We can't put it online, but we're going to, raffle this off, than you do of a mass conspiracy to give away thousands of Gretsch guitars.
Yeah, it's just, there's no love lost between me and Meta. I had my own things that happen, and I can tell you, point of fact, they don't care. They don't care if you're a business account. They don't care if you're a personal account. They don't care if you spend money with them or you don't spend money with them. If they're making money from whatever sources, legal or otherwise, that's what they care about. Okay? Bottom line. So you have to watch out for you.
You do, and I want to say a quick shout out and thank you to Samurai Guitarist.
Yeah.
He has a much larger following than we have and did make a video with our video talking about this is a scam. And I really appreciate that. And we get to chat with him. Very nice dude.
Collab
Time. But also there was a good comment in his comment section that said, we forget that we are not the customers of Facebook. We are the product.
Yes.
And they're selling us. And, NCAA made it legal to use likeness and name and stuff, but you got to pay them for it. Yeah. So scammers, give me a cut, all right, of what you got going on. Actually,
Gotten gains, Cooper.
Yeah.
Gotten gains. It's blood money, man.
It's bad news. Don't deep fake people or scam them or prey on innocent guitar players that have always wanted a White Falcon. All right. Just buy them one. There you go.
There you go. Well, thank you for everyone who did alert us to this thing going on. Know that we've continually tried to get this taken down. Maybe if there's a vocal enough community shouting at Facebook to deal with some of the stuff, maybe it'll be taken care of. Maybe the answer's through regulation, but something has to be done. And for now, just know that we aren't going to try to take your money through any ill-gotten ways. If you give us some, we're going to give you a great instrument. And if we're ever doing anything at all, double-check it on our website, alamomusic.com. Make sure that's the source that you go to. And just be careful out there, everybody. It is the Wild, Wild West. So.
www.wildwildwest.alamomusic.com. Yeah.
So thanks so much for watching. Take care.